So let us start with the second part of the XML programming, which is based on document type definition. So how to validate an XML document? An XML document can be validated by including a document type definition to validate it. The structure of the XML document must comply or match with the structure defined in the DTD. So what is DTD in XML? DTD stands for Document Type Definition. A DTD is a set of markup declarations that define a document type for an SGML family markup language like GML, SGML, HTML, XML. A DTD defines the valid building blocks of an XML document. So, the structure of the XML document must match the structure defined in the DTD. So, if we use DTD, we will be able to define a valid structure for our XML document. Now, types of DTD. XML DTDs are of two types: internal DTD and external DTD. Now, what is internal DTD? Internal DTD is a set of markup declarations that are included inside an XML document, and they define the structure or building block of the XML document. When we use internal DTD, we need to create only one file, that is a file with a .xml extension. So internal DTD is included inside .xml file or the XML document. So there is no need for creating a separate file. Let us see how we can create an XML document with an internal DTD. So this is the familiar document structure of XML. We have a book information in form of book as the root element, and three informations are given: title of the book, author of the book, and price of the book. So title of the book is Visual Basic 6.0 Black Book. Author is Steven Osner, and price is $5.99. So we need to define an internal DTD for this XML tree. So let us see how we can achieve this. As because we are writing an XML file, we must always start with the processing instruction. So which is this first line in the XML document. I have already discussed in the previous class. Next is to define the DTD. The DTD is defined from line 2 to '6. That means from this doc type up to this. So for defining a DTD, we have to use the doc type. Now doc type should be written in capital letters. So start an angular bracket, put an exclamation symbol, followed by doc type, followed by the document type I am defining. Now what is the root element? Root element is book. So our doc type is book. Then the DTD definition should be put inside square brackets. As you can see, there is a square bracket opening and square bracket closing. So inside book, how many child elements are there? You have to define the elements of the doc type book. So I'll write angular bracket, exclamation symbol, element. Remember, element also should be written in capital letters. Followed by the root element book, and under root we have three childs: title, author and price. Similarly, we are putting three childs under it. So book will only support three child elements. In the XML document, we cannot write more than this. So title, comma, author, comma, price. So it is put inside the parenthesis or the first bracket, and then we close the element. Now, what type of data it will store? Each element will store, child element will store. We have to define that. The first child element is title. So we are writing again element title. Then we are writing PC data. PC data here means parse character data. PC data should also be written using hash in front and capital letters or uppercase characters. For author and price also, we have to define elements like this and put PC data. Then we have closed the doc type by using the angular bracket. So this is the opening of the doc type and this is the closing of the doc type. And within square bracket, we are putting the definitions. Now as the doc type is defined, I can go for the XML part. And this is the XML part where we are storing the data of a book. Book is the root element. It is starting with book and ending with book. And inside book, that means all the child must be inside the book element. It is showing under book. So under means inside in this case. So title of the book is written. Author of the book is written. And price of the book is written. The three child elements are completed and book is closed. Now let us see how we can write it in an editor, text editor, and run it. So let us start Notepad++. I have already typed the code. So this is my code. For better understanding, I have indented it, but there is no need to indent, as because XML doesn't need this kind of indentation. It is not mandatory. So we are defining the first line as the processing instruction. You all know about processing instruction. Then we are defining the DTD from this portion to this portion. Then we are writing the XML part. Now if I load this file in any web browser, I'll be able to see the effect. The effect will be same. It will be displaying the XML file. So let me press Ctrl or Shift and I for Internet Explorer. Now we can see we have got the XML document which is containing a DTD. But the DTD is used to validate the XML document. It is never shown in the web browser. Now let us go back to our presentation. Now I'll go for external DTD. Now what is external DTD? It is also a DTD file. The external DTD is a set of markup declarations that are included inside a separate document, and this document must be saved with a .dtd extension. So instead of putting the DTD declarations inside the XML file, we extract it from there and write it in a separate file, and that file must be saved with an extension of .dtd. Now when we create an external DTD file or use an external DTD for an XML document, we need to create two files. First one is a .dtd file and the second one is a .xml file that will use the DTD. So let us see how it can be done. This is the structure. For the same structure, we'll be creating the DTD. Remember, for creating DTD for an XML structure, we need to only consider the structure, nothing else. So the structure says the root element is book and it is having 3 child elements, and we have defined the child elements like this. You can see we have just copied whatever is put inside this doc type from this element book to element price. So inside square bracket, whatever is there, if I cut that from an external DTD based XML file and paste it in another document, I can save it as a .dtd file. So let us see. If I cut this from this internal DTD file, or let me copy this in a separate file. Suppose nothing is there and paste it there. I can save it as a .dtd file. So it is saved with book _ external _ DTD .dtd file. It is already there. We'll override it. Now the next thing is I have to save it as because it is already open. Next time we'll go to the book.xml file. Now let us go back to our internal DTD file. Let us copy everything and paste it in the book.xml file. Now see, as this file will be using a DTD, I'll remove the DTD declaration. That's it. We have removed the internal DTD declaration. Now we are going to include this DTD file book _ external _ DTD in our XML document. So for this we have to know whether the DTD file is saved in our local hard drive or if it is there somewhere else. In this case, this DTD file is saved inside the local hard drive and in the same folder where I have saved this XML file. So for accessing a file which is there in your local hard drive, you have to write a keyword system and it should be written in capital letters. followed by, within double quotes, we can give the name of the DTD file. So let us go to the DTD file, do a file save as, then you can copy the name, cancel it, come back to XML file, Control V, paste it and write .dtd as the extension. Now this is how we are going to use an external DTD. Now let me save and come back to the XML file we have written. In our case, this is not book.dtd. In our case, I have named it separately. As you can see, it is named as book_external_dtd .dtd. I have used this name. So let us launch this particular file in Internet Explorer. As you can see, it is mentioning that you are using an external DTD file. For internal DTD, nothing like that is shown. Let us close Internet Explorer. Now this is how we will be creating internal and external DTD in XML. If you have liked my video, please subscribe my channel, like and share, and please press the notification bell or icon to get updates on my videos. Thank you.